Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Mostly Sci-Fi 2. My name is Mostly Sci-Fi, and I am your host. So today we're going to be talking about basically Jonathan Majors destroying his whole career over a woman. We've talked about this before. Disney has let him go, disturbing Jonathan Major's text and audio released in court. I'm a great man and doing great things for my culture and the world. So he was going out with some woman named Jabari, some girl named Jabari or what have you. And they got into a scuffle because he was texting another woman, supposedly, allegedly. And she tried to take the phone away from him or something like that to see who he was texting. And then he kind of physically kind of manhandled her. I think he like messed up her finger or something like that. Because you can see photos of the kind of the abuse allegation. They're not really allegations because she does have a bruised finger. Like that looks like that hurt a lot. And he must have did something to her ear. Um, regardless, it is abuse. So, but I don't know if he should lose his career over this or not. But the thing is that he has a proclivity or reputation of being very emotionally and physically abusive. So this is the thing. Like more than one person has said that he is an abusive person. Like he has a reputation for being this way. Okay, so there was some incriminating evidence here. So I'm going to play some of the incriminating evidence, and there is also some there's some like video recording, like if I could find that. This is somewhere here, like this is like all jumbled up. So I have two. I don't know if it's this one or the other one, okay? Because there's like a video or like an audio where he's speaking and stuff. So anyway, so here you have where he makes these comments to this woman. All right, it's just fake, and I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions as I don't think you actually protect us. It could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something. I will tell the doctor I bumped my head. If I go, I'm going to give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need some stronger painkillers. That's all. Why would I want to tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? Now the thing is, I think that she kind of set him up and she kind of like edged him on. She probably knew what kind of person he was and she edged him on. And the reason why I say that is because you have an audio recording of him just speaking and she's recording that. Like, why would you record somebody that you love, secretly record them without their knowledge, right? Why? Maybe because you're looking for some kind of, payday or props or something like this. Okay? So, I feel like you want to be together and not to embarrass yourself for everything you've said to your friends and family. Last night, I considered killing myself versus coming home. You said you needed love last night, and I put my feelings aside and tried to give you that. I need love too, or maybe I'm such a monster and horrible man that I don't deserve it and should just kill myself. This way of existence is miserable. I think what he's doing is like he's trying to guilt trip her into not telling, because he knows that this can ruin his career. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. no matter how like crappy, Disney has been in these past couple of years, if you get an acting job for Disney, you are the man. You know what I mean? And it seems like he's messed up big time. And he's trying to roll things back. And she's pretending like she's all with it. But I think that there's outside forces that influence her. Plus, in combination of just maybe her wanting to get some kind of payday or something like that. Or some kind of props. Or some kind of, like, a book deal or some celebrity thing where she's making the rounds on all the talk shows and they're paying her money to do that. And then she becomes a spokesperson for domestic abuse, right? I feel like you want to be together as in, I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe with me doing so or don't trust me. I promise I would never mention you, but I understand your fear. See, you don't have to say all this. Like, if it wasn't that a big deal, just forget about it and don't say nothing. But they're having this conversation because she wants to have this conversation because she needs it as evidence, right? You can't reject love if there is no real love. It's just lip service. I gave you love last night and this morning before I got out of bed. When you got up, you were not full of love at all. I didn't feel it at all. You could have just given me a hug or walked close to me and asked me if you could give me a hug. Not the other way around. It works both ways. I would probably kill myself. It's not really contemplating anymore. Of course he's not going to kill himself, but, he just committed career suicide. And there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. I think his career is just most likely over. Because he wasn't well enough known anyway to get it started. It was just getting started. I think if he had a few more years under his belt and a few more movies under his belt, then maybe. But he's only got like 5-6 movies under his belt and only like a TV show and 1-2 well-known movies under his belt. It's not enough. People can just forget about him really quickly, Now he's doing hyperbole. I'm a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love. I'm killing myself soon. I've already put things in motion, she says. You can't say this. I'm going to have to call someone. I'm sorry for not hugging you this morning. This is all a setup. And I think she set him up because she knew what kind of person he was. Okay? So this is the audio of Jonathan Majors.
Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job.
Now the question is, why did she secretly record this? Right? Why did she do that? Why did she secretly record this? Some guy she supposedly loves, but she's secretly recording. What was her motive, right?
I'm home and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm gonna say I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have felt bold enough like, oh, babe, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine, I can take that. Fine.
Okay, so he has delusions of grandeur that he is some kind of super great man. Like, he did well in that movie, Creed 3. I thought he did a great job. I don't think it was anything like super spectacular. Like, he did a great job. And in the other movie with the Quantumania 3, he did a decent job. But I don't think it's anything like super special. Like, we can forget about it later on. Like, you know, it's nothing memorable is what I'm saying. So he has delusions of grandeur. She wants to get some opportunity, and bam. And now Disney has let him go, and it's just a wrap. Like, Jonathan Majors is done. I don't think he's ever going to get to the spot where he could have gotten to. You know, he's going to be having to do these kind of experimental movies for anybody who's going to take him. You know, I think he's lost about $1 billion, basically. Because that thing of of Kang, because they're going to come out with an Avengers film for that. And it could have been more than one, right? Because he's in all variants of other universes. He's black, and they would have tried to milk that crazily. Okay? So he would have had it like a 3-4 picture deal. I'm sure Disney has signed him up for more than 2 pictures. Right? He could have had 5-6 picture deal, and he's making like $300-400 million, even $500 million. And then you have all the endorsements and these things like that. He's, because of this girl, because he couldn't control himself, right? Because he couldn't control himself, he has basically lost $1 billion. And there's no coming back from that. There's nothing he can do. You know, he committed career suicide by letting her get under his skin, by dating these types of tramps. Because she's a tramp. You can tell she's a tramp. I mean, she was egging him on just as much as he was doing the stuff. But he did have a reputation, okay, of emotionally and physically beating women. Now, some black women and some black men are saying, "Oh, it's don't let no white woman do that to you." You know, see how you let the white woman destroy your life and all these other things, and this is complete BS. Right? You have many Hollywood couples that are in interracial relationships that are doing fine. It's not the color of the skin, okay? Because a black woman will destroy you just as fast as a white woman will destroy you. Okay, I understand people talking about you want to keep it in like a generational wealth or some kind of keep it in the culture. But, you're not going to really keep it in the culture, because when you're buying a Louis Vuitton bag, where you think that money's going? It's not going to black people, right? So, it has nothing to do with race. And people want to bring race involved. And it's not. It's this 2 people that maybe don't deserve to be where they at. He beats people. He's a psychological torturer, and the chickens came home to roost. And basically, the lady, I don't like Oprah, but she says something where people show you who they are. The first time, believe them, right? And so he showed people who he was. He showed the world who he was when he was beating on this woman, right? Now, that doesn't exonerate her from that, because she probably edged him on, especially she's taking his property and secretly recording him. So, this is the end of Jonathan Majors. And I wipe my hands. So, this is Mostly Sci-Fi 2. Please like and subscribe. And mostly sci-fi. Well, mostly. I didn't do that right, did I? See you guys.